Hello, everyone. It is good to see you. I am very excited for this morning. I think we're going to have a lovely time. So, let's continue on. Today, we're going to finish up this like up close painting of soundboard and strings. And I'm debating whether or not I want to add in some red and blue strings to this one, or if I'm just going to keep it as the generic black ones. It would be more accurate if I colored some of them, but I don't know if it's this detailed. So I think that's my big question is, am I doing this detailed enough that it should? I don't know. So let's go ahead, and I think we need to do the sound box first, a little bit more. So I'm going to do just a couple more washes on this. So we're going to do that. And so it's been a fascinating rabbit hole recently. I think that yellow is exactly what it needed. It was just looking a little bit too pink. In fact, just barely any more yellow, like just basically giving it a yellow wash up from the soundboard. I think it's exactly what it needed. It's not, it's almost there. It's almost there, but I think that's a lot closer to what I was going for. Just barely at all some of this more. Almost a little bit more than that. Yeah, closer to there we go. So, interesting history. So, recently I've been in the process of arranging the song The Lion Sleeps Tonight for harp ensemble. And so, for a group of harps to play. And specifically, I'm arranging it as a multi-level arrangement, which can be both harder and trickier. And so that's what I've been having to kind of like work on is playing around with getting the right levels on this. And yeah, it's been an interesting project, I guess you could say. Because yeah, it's one that has some interesting timing to it. Okay, I think that did it actually. I think I'm kind of happy with how that's going. I'm gonna have to add some more once it's a little bit more dry. So I like to clean up my brushes a little bit by adding a wash to the next one, so it's just not straight white. And actually, now I'm dealing with, I don't know what to do next. Ooh. Good dilemma to have. Although now I am looking for my white pen because I think There we go. Okay, I think that's doing it. So now, the next thing I need to do is I need to figure out where I'm going now, what I want to do on the next one. Because let's see, I've done a lot of the technical stuff. Done mouthfuls, I've done Bisbiglianda, I've done accidentals, I've done dynamics, I've done grand staff, I've done brackets, I've done all of those. So the debate now is, what else do I need to add in? What do I need to change? Let's see, what do we need to do? Because right now we've got come take a trip down soundboard and strings. Letters that dance and music that rings. Study each letter and wander with me through technique, harp structure, and music theory. So I think on that page, we're going to have the up close of the harp strings like this. We're going to have and then we're going to have like a harp. Now, let's see. Is for arch where the action begins. I think for the action, we're going to show that one. Where the action begins with levers and gears and bright metal pins. They shift. Accidentals. That's his bad words, but accidental. Accidentals. Sharps naturals and flats with pieces that wear different musical hats. Bridge pins keep strings in the spots they belong. Brackets guide fingers so nothing goes wrong. So we have brackets, so I need to do bridge pins. Especially when playing Bisbigliando. So we got Bisbigliando. Okay, so I need to do some bridge pins. It's definitely what I need to be doing. Now, bridge pins are a little bit tricky. Definitely something I can do. I just need to make sure that I get it right. Bridge pins. Harp bridge pins. Yeah, because there's definitely a few different styles that we've got. Not tuning pins, we want bridge pins. And they are different. Okay, because we've got a few different styles of bridge pins that we can do. First, I need to pencil it out. I need to get a better pencil because right now I don't. Does this one have? Does not currently have lead in it. There's a dilemma when you're like, wait, where's my pencil collection? I know I have pencils. They're around here somewhere. Okay, they're not in that cabinet. Not in that one. But I do have some fun. Salt and pepper shakers. Would I be a harpist without harp and pepper shakers? My goodness. So I'm finding a lot of my other tools. I'm still needing my pencils. Where are my pencils? No pencils here. No pencils here. No pencils. Oh, maybe in here. Which is a pencil box. Okay, so there are pencils. They're weirdly enough, like all red pencils. I don't know why that's a thing. Mechanical. Here we go. That's what I needed. I knew I had it around here somewhere. Ta-da! Oh, okay, so like I was saying, bridge pins are interesting. So when you have a harp string, we've got, oh, I can show you. So this is a small harp, but all harps, they basically act the same way. So on a harp, let's get that close enough so you can see. We have the string that comes up around the tuning pin. So this is a tuning pin, and that's where the string wraps around. That's where you tune it. That's how you tighten it and loosen the string. Is right here on the tuning pin. So they are the top pins. This one, though, is the important one. This is called the bridge pin. Actually, they're both important. They're both important. The bridge pin, though, is important for a different reason. So the tuning pin is what the string attaches to. So technically, you could create a harp with tuning pins that don't have bridge pins. You could do a harp that just looks like that. And there are some harps that are designed without the bridge pin. And the string just goes directly from the tuning pin down to the hole. But a bridge pin is important because what it does is it kind of keeps the string in this similar position. It locks the string in so that from this perspective, the like straight on perspective, the strings are lined up correctly, because as the strings wind up the tuning pins, it's going to adjust the position that it lies going this way. So bridge pins are important that they keep everything in a straight line and the same consistency. So bridge pins are pretty important to having a harp be consistent, and it helps when you add in levers to keep it consistent. It does a lot of important things. Now this is where it gets tricky, because there's a couple different ways that I can handle these bridge pins, because there's like 3 to 4 different designs when it comes to bridge pins. They're all about this long. They're all thin, but some of them are kind of like our tuning pins. So I also have a technical drawing of the tuning pins where we've got threaded and tapered. So this would be a tapered tuning pin. This would be a threaded tuning pin. So one, it gets bigger at one end. The other one, it screws in like a screw. I mean, they both screw in, but one gets bigger and you kind of like push it in. The other one is like a screw. So yeah, it's interesting. So same thing happens with bridge pins. I think it's more likely for bridge pins to be screw bridge pins. But some of them are just pounded in and like kept there. So yeah, let's see, because I want to keep this consistent. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. We've got Richmonds that are really short. Let's see. Oh, I think that did it. Oh, you can't really see that very well. Sorry. Now, Richmonds also typically have if you're able to adjust them, they'll have not your typical. So they're normally are going to have a little bit more of a specialized screw head in them. Okay, I'm going to add in the red and blue strings to this one in just a second. But let's see about this. Okay, let's do the other two. So then we have some that are going to change about halfway up. Okay. Okay, and like that, and then this is just. Okay, so now we've got that tuning pen. There's kind of like 3 tuning pens that we run into. Okay, so this one, this is more of a screwy one. Okay, now then the last type. Okay, this last type is probably the one you run into the most. And that is that it kind of has a screw on it and you can tighten them and loosen them. Okay, and so it's going to be going. Let's see. And although it's like threaded, it's not like actually threaded. It's kind of very loosely threaded. There's not actual like teeth in it. And then there's a smooth portion. And then we got our There we go. Okay, so we've got the 3 type of tuning pin, ridge pins. Okay, you guys ready for this? Let's quickly do a pin. And this I'm gonna actually do outside width of my 23 and the little threads and stuff with the other. So we're gonna do this. Okay. Here's our partially threaded one. This one. Now we've got this one. Aha! Okay, now I gotta do the tiny one, like 2, for our little threads. Okay, let's go for it. So now these are mostly silver, but there's actually some brass ones too. So that's like the question that I need that could be said is, do we do the brass ones like in addition to the silver ones? So like this would be a brass one right here. Do we do it as like more like there's a sheen to it? Okay, now let's see about the silver. We're gonna start with some purple. Okay. Okay, now let's add just a little bit of blue. That was too much blue. Oops. Okay. That would add anything. Let's see. Okay, that works. I think that works. So we got the bridge pins. Okay, I gotta leave in just 1 second. So I need to see if I have any more of a slightly finer color. Not colors. I totally grabbed these all backwards. Let's see. These are super thin. I think this is the closest. Because with watercolors, we're not really normally doing super thin, so that makes sense. But let's see. Let's do it. If you guys can see that. But it does look really good. I'll have to do an up close on this one for you guys. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, now let's do one last one. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay. Okay. There we go. I'll need to add in the blue strings later, but I think that worked. I like how the bridge pins turned out. That was it turned out way better than I thought it was going to. Yay! Okay, well, I gotta go, guys. It was good seeing you. Have a wonderful day. Have a fantastic Tuesday. Wish me luck as I finish doing all the work I got today. Yay! Okay, see y'all. Bye.